All right, my thoughts on "Bummer" by Cleopatrick. So this is from 2021, so it's like it's new. Like it's not like freshly dropped, but it is quite new. I do remember it coming out, which is good because it's only like 3 years ago. Um, but yeah, I remember it coming out. But I didn't really pay attention to it when it came out. I kind of only listened to like Family Van like once or twice, and I thought it was cool. I don't know why I didn't bother listening to the rest of the record, but anyway, I was young back then, so I didn't really like listen to full albums that much. But now it's 2024. But yeah, over the last kind of couple of weeks, I've been rediscovering Cleopatrick. Um, and yeah, I mean, the first thing I noticed with this album is it has quite unique production in the sense that it has a lot of bass, and the bass is so like distorted. It's like almost too distorted. It's like saturated in a way that sounds like normally undesirable, but like, so imagine like you turn up the bass on the EQ all the way until it distorts. This is what this album kind of sounds like, but I think it's done in a way that it still sounds good. Obviously it's done deliberately. Like it's obviously a choice, and I think it's unique and it works. Like obviously this style of production doesn't work for all albums, but it's a two-man band. It's fairly aggressive album, especially Family Van. I gotta say, my favorite part, which I've got on the headphones now, it's Family Van, and they got a load of this album uses guitar noise really well and feedback, so they've got this really cool part at the end of Family Van. It's like the height of the anger, because this is like a very angry song, but this part here is really cool. That kind of like guitar screaming is like really, really nice. So it's like obviously loads of distortion on the guitar, and it's just got that feedback, and it just sounds really, really good. It's either feedback or harmonics or both, but it sounds really, really good. And he does this quite a lot in the album. I'm pretty sure every song has some feedback in it, and some guitar noise, which I'm like a huge fan of. The guitar riffs in this album have loads of like secondary dominance and like modal interchange and mixed modes and stuff. So loads of like kind of like in like weird notes going on, and some dissonant notes. It's really nice. It's not metal at all. Like this is nowhere near metal, but it's still really, really heavy and has quite a lot of dissonant notes in it. So I really like how they've done that. And it's really simple as well. So because he uses quite a lot of octave pedals, a lot of these riffs are single string riffs. Like most notably Family Van, it's a great riff. It's just single notes he's playing, like in quarter notes. It's like really simple, but it works really well. I think that partially is helped by the amazing guitar tone and like really good production, and interesting vocal rhythms. I think the vocal rhythms make up for it. But again, this isn't like super like harmonically complex. Like a lot of these verses are just kind of like one note. And some of these don't even have notes at all. Some of them are just like completely like just basically rapped. But it's really, really good. So anyway, I'm going to talk about some of the tracks. This video is getting a bit long, but I've kind of got out the flow of this. So it starts off with Victoria Park, which is a pretty cool opener, but not particularly memorable. Like can't really remember it. The Drake was a really, really cool one. Good single. Good like memorable chorus. Family Van, like very aggressive song, like really hammers the point across really well with the angry guitar riff, and the angry lyrics, and it's definitely like, I mean, I've read what it's about, so it makes sense. Good Grief, amazing chorus, really, really cool vocal rhythms going on there. No Sweat was alright, but kind of a skippable one. Why July, again, it's just kind of same as No Sweat, like a good song but skippable. Yar was an interlude, so we're not really going to count that. Pepper's Ghost, kind of forgettable. 2008 was a good one. This is like I think one of their first attempts at doing like a slower song, and like it was pretty good. Like it definitely wasn't single worthy, but like for their first like slow like subdued song, I'd say it's a pretty good like attempt, and has a cool outro and some cool vocal stuff. Great Lakes, the same as No Sweat and Why July. So I mean, I'm guessing this album has kind of like the tiers of the song quality. So we have like Family Van and Good Grief, which are like the two lead singles, which are like really, really amazing, like 10 out of 10, brilliant songs. Then we've got the Drake, which is like the third single, I think, but it's kind of like a step down. It's not as good. And then we have like Victoria Park, No Sweat, Why July, in 2008, which is like just a step below that. And then the rest follow. In fact, I think I've pretty much listed them all. So yeah, really, really good quality album. Not as high quality as The Boys, in my opinion, in terms of songwriting. But then The Boys is a much shorter album, so it's hard to compare. But I think it's for this unique production. And yeah, it just resonates with me a lot, so I did personally quite enjoy this. I'm gonna rate it a good 9 out of 10. This is a really, really good album. And it definitely resonated with me quite a lot. So yeah, that is Bummer by Cleopatrick.